Holy shit. All these people came online. When I got online, none of these people were here. All right. So we're going to play some EV3 tonight, just to change it up a little bit. I don't think I played this game for maybe a couple of months. Just messing around with it a little bit. I'll probably play some No Limit after that. Let's see if I can still play this game here. Let's change this view. Deep staged it. Pinning that red line on the launch. Pretty good pass with the 812 with 048. So this game is now live, but we got the ELO. That's pretty much leaderboard, weekly leaderboard racing. I think the NLDR is a 3-day leaderboard, but it's just based on time. This is like a competition based where you race people and beat them, and then you move up. So you can actually, there probably won't be any real players in here yet. But say this Tony guy was a real player. You race this guy and then you take his spot. So it's not just based on time. You actually race the people against the people that are on the leaderboard, which would make a lot more sense for something like for NLDR. If you're going to do a leaderboard, you might as well do it right. This is an ELO. I think it's a certain type of leaderboard based on you get a certain amount of points for wins and losing, a certain amount of points for losses, that kind of thing. But it's a lot more intricate than the NLDR leaderboard. Car versus car, so you don't have to worry about balance. You always race the same car versus car. So if I race this guy in this car, he's going to be in the same car. So it's a guaranteed balance. Although this is an NPC, so he's not going to be very fast. Pretty much have this game down to art as far as tuning and launching and all that stuff. Pretty much automatic. Got the 780 with the 080. I'm deep staging, so I'm not going to have as quick a time. Going for the RTs. Go for the Dread. Race Brent. Just kind of a little warm up, I guess. You can see the racing. This is a lot more realistic as far as pulling up to the line. Everything's pretty much manual. You got to do everything yourself with that gas pedal there. Burn out, all that stuff. You can send people races, and it's ghost racing. So you send them a race, and then they race you. Then they race you back. This guy actually made a picture, so send him a race. Again, what is that picture? Is that a motorcycle? Can't tell what that is. We'll send him. We'll send him this car. The Mustang. This is one of the faster of the street cars. It's got a good launch, so I don't really have to. Ah, shoot, I forgot I was racing. Ghost racing. I'm sitting here waiting for someone to pull up. It's not going to pull up. Sometimes they race them back, sometimes they don't, so he should have an easy win there if he races it. For some reason it gets stuck on this screen. See, that shows the race there. that we're waiting for him to race us. Just do some of these other cars. Got the 2016 Camaro. Just race the NPC here. See, that's all manual. I'm doing all that, doing that burnout and stuff. This game is pretty basic tuning. Set your bars, your tire PSI. What else? And then basically just figure out your launch RPM. But it's not that easy, even though it's very basic tuning. It's not that easy to get like the top times. Another car we can race. Got the Viper. Of course, they all have different names. They're not named after the real cars, but at least have names, so you know what you're talking about. Pretty much just figuring out how hard to launch it, where to shift it, because shifts do matter. It's not just like NLDR where you're just basically running out the shifts every time. The shifts actually do make a difference depending on where you shift at. There's I guess like an optimal shifts for a lot of the cars. So if anyone happens to have this game, you definitely send me a race. Or just get the game. It's not that not that tough to figure out. Let's see what kind of cars this guy has. This guy just joined yesterday. Was that name a race? Okay, I gotta remember to launch it this time, because I always forget there's not going to be a car next to me. Because for these, it's just you're racing against the clock, but for the ELO, you actually get a ghost race. Did I red light? Thought I saw a red light. We'll see if he races us. He's a new player, so he might not have his car set up. Yeah, there was only about 3 or 4 people on here, and then I jumped on, and now there's about 10, so you can see how many players are on. This is it. And then you got your friend list. And you can tell when your friends are on. What else should we race? Racist dragster. Some of these tunes may not be exactly right. Because I haven't played this game in a long time. You see the car does pull like from one side of the track to the other, and you can steer in this game. It's kind of hard to do, but you can also put it on auto steer, and it'll steer you back to the center, or try to, depending on how far off line you get. So, and you could either clutch launch it, or you hold it down like NLDR, and then you let go to launch, or you can basically do a neutral drop. You put it in neutral and then hit first. You can launch 2 different ways. And you can also auto stage, so that basically skips the staging process. It does it automatically, and it stages in the middle. game's got a lot of cool cars, and they're all like they all are capable of running different times. So it's not like NLDR where they try to have all the cars run the same times. But these cars are all basically they all have different horsepower. So they're all going to run different types of cars, pro mods, all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. This is, I guess this is an Integra, like in NLDR. This car does bug. There's a bug with this car sometimes, so hopefully it'll work. Sometimes it gets stuck at the starting line. See if it looks like we're good. Just a red light there, nothing to worry about. My finger fell off the button there. Actually, in this game, it has like a forgive mode, where your first race, if you make a mistake, if you foul, it doesn't count it. So that's kind of a that can help you out. In case you make a mistake in the first one. You can see all these cars have a pretty normal launch. They don't have weird like bounce launches and the weird things like any of the NLDR cars have. It just hit the gas and go. They'll have that little dip of the RPMs, obviously, when it launches, and then it comes back up, just like a normal car would do when you launch it. Unless it spins, then then that's different. There's a guy I haven't seen in a long time. An OG player, huh? Kind of surprising to see some of these players that are from way back in like 2017 is when I started playing this game. I can't remember when I started playing NLDR. Might have been a couple of years after that, a few years. Not really sure. See, we got a guy in the yellow here. can race this guy. See how fast he is. So this is going to be basically a ghost race where the computer mimics your pass. So when you race someone, you're getting like a computer representation of their pass based on their button pushes, basically. So that's how it mimics what they did. So it gives you a carbon copy, basically, of how they ran that race. No matter what they did, if they crash or forgot to launch. Almost caught him. Get an 818. Pretty decent pass. We'll just let him have the spot. So this goes from Tuesday to Tuesday, so that means this will be going on for a week. So people will start to get on here later in the week. And a lot of people race up until the last minute to try to, especially because there's not a lot of players, you can kind of catch people who just have their name up there, but if they're not around, you can steal their spot. Then they got season racing tournaments. And the one thing that would be really cool if NLDR got, there's player-made tournaments, which was actually my idea, where you can create your own tournament. So if you just pick your car, you can do public or private. So it's invite only, so you can just do it with your friends, or you can do it public. And then you can, change for how long you want to give people to do their races. So, like if you want to give them a day, or if you want to do it, when there's a lot of people playing, you could do quick ones, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So you get a certain amount of time to join, and then you get a certain amount of time between rounds. So this is going to create qualifying, because you have to qualify. And then it makes the matchups based on the qualifying. I think there may be a bug with this. Hopefully this is going to go through. I don't remember if this bug was fixed. We'll give it a minute to see if it makes this tournament. You might have to back out of it. I think there's a way that I can get around this bug. Sometimes it'll do it one time, and then it'll fix itself. I'm going to restart this real quick. I think it actually does create the tournament, even though it hung like that. Let's see if that tournament's in there. See, it says a tournament. It gave myself an invite. So then you just make your pass. See, qualifying. You got 16 spots. I think I overread that a little bit. Got a 768, so the RT doesn't matter for qualifying. This menu is a little messed up. I'm trying to remember how there we go. You actually get 2 qualifying passes. Okay, so it doesn't show where I qualified. I think it does. No, I guess you have to make both passes before it shows you where you placed in the qualifying. Let's see. Yeah, I guess you have. Oh no, there it is. And then if it's not full, it'll fill the rest with the characters, with the NPCs, and they're not very fast. So basically how it works, we can do a quick one. Let's see. Just to see if this works, we'll do public. We'll do 5 minutes. Let's see if this goes through this time. We might have to exit back out again, probably. Come on, game. Looks like we're going to have to exit back out. This game has an actual login with a name and a password, so I'm just going to hide that while I log back in, even though it puts stars on the password anyway. So you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Alright, let's see if that tournament's there. Okay, so this is the new one. You see it's counting down from 3 minutes. So we'll hurry up and get our qualifying. I think this would be like an insane addition to NLDR to have something like this. Live. This would be crazy to have in that game. Because technically you have a lobby in this game too. You can just race people. Just go in the list and just send people races. It's the same type thing. So I'm just going to let that count down, and then it's going to make the field of 16. So if no one else gets in, then it's going to be all computer characters. This is actually, a Pro Tune is actually like a performance boost you can get for your car by either winning coins or buying coins, and then you can buy these Pro Tunes. Yeah, see, now I come back and there's only 5 people on. That would be nice for an LDR too, to have a player list, so you see who's on, friend list, all good stuff. If they can do it in this game, they can definitely do it in NLDR. Because this game hasn't really been updated for a long time. But it's the same, I believe it's the same Unity program that it was built with. I'm pretty sure NLDR uses that too. It's basically a mobile platform, but it is on PC as well. It's on Steam. So we got about 30 seconds, and then it's going to start it's going to make the matchups. So that's kind of a cool thing about it, where if you're racing, there's a time element involved to get your races done. You set that yourself. See. So now the game should advance to the matchups. I'm pretty sure that it'll still make the matchups even though no one else has entered. Yeah, see, it's gone from here. So see, now I'm getting a message up there, a flashing message. telling me, where I'm at. And then you see it sets up the field. So normally this would be real players, and then you do, I can't remember if you get a ghost car in this. Let's see what this message is. I don't know if that was a duplicate or if that was for the other tournament. Okay, so now we've got 3 minutes to make that pass. We're going to be racing this NPC. Yeah, so you don't get a ghost race in this one. It's just a solo pass. And then the other person does theirs the same way. I didn't get a real good tree there, but the NPCs are normally not that fast, so that's something they could definitely do to this game, though, is make the NPCs a little faster, make them a little more competitive. It's got all the other goodies, the garage. There's some there's a little bit of stuff you can do to your car. Just these designs, and then change the color. Then you got the career. So this is basically how you make your money and stuff. You go into career. So then it's going to pop up with that message that we won, and then it's going to give us our next opponent. I mean, if it was me, I would just replace the lobby with something like this, an NLDR. Just get rid of the lobby and just make it to where you could send races, like race your friends, code races, but I would pretty much eliminate the lobby. And have this where you make your money. Have 10K tourneys, have 100K tourneys, whatever, however people want to make them, million tourneys. See, this expired. So if you don't do your race, then it'll expire on you. Then you're out. So now we got our result saying we won. won round one, and our round two race is ready. And you see everyone else did their races. So we're in the next round, racing Andrew. I believe that the NPCs do get a little faster every round, if I remember. But you see, it's always car specific. You're always racing the same cars versus, because that way they're evenly matched. So if you know how to tune it, the competition is going to be really good. See, this guy's still, pretty slow. 899 to 802. But if you got a bunch of good players in here, then you're going to have a good competition. I mean, even not live, this would actually be pretty fun. We got a bunch of people that came back in. Yeah, I think you add a live racing section to this game, either like code racing section or a leaderboard or something like that. I think this game would give NLDR a run for its money. So we got 2 minutes till our next round. I mean, this would be a great thing to stream too, because you would see all the people that are racing. You would be racing, the actual people in the game. So you could actually spectate the game. If people were streaming it, you'd be able to see the races and stuff. I can't remember how the invite a friend thing works on Facebook. Let's click it and see. Not exactly sure that that's still functional. If that's still a feature. We got about 30 seconds till our next race. Then I think maybe after this tournament, I think we'll jump over to NLDR, see what's going on over there. Try not to race Lambos all night. It's definitely good to have more than one game. If they're good games, it's definitely to give you a little variety. The get race should be coming in pretty soon. It'll give us that notification in our mailbox. It's counting down already. There it is. Got our message. Let's see, we are in the final four here. Semifinals. So as long as you get in here by the deadline, you're good. These cars do have, there is actually many different sounds for these cars. See, he ran about the same time that other guy did. The high 8 to my low 8. But most of the cars have a unique sound. There's some duplicates, but most of them have the same, pretty realistic sound to them. I'll just show you real quick, because you can actually crash in this game if you don't have your car set up right. I'm going to grab a car that I think there's a good chance that will crash, because last time I raced it, I was kind of messing around with the launch. This is a top alcohol funny car, what they call it. I like to roll up in third. So we got pretty close to that center line, and it pulled us back in because we have the auto steer on. But if we were in the other lane, there's a good chance that we would have brushed the wall there. Let's see if our race is going to be ready. For some reason, that menu pops up in the middle there. Let's see. If you got a minute. Just going to run this car. See if I can get it to crash here. And the cars actually do take damage too. I'm going to try and launch it harder and see if I can get it. See, the guy went right through me, but a lot of times he'll hit you and crash into you. And you see the damage here, just a tire wear. But you've got your engine and drivetrain damage as well. I'm trying to get into that other lane so I can show you guys. It keeps putting me in the right lane. It's random, but you know, obviously you can do the big giant force burnout if you want to. Let's see if we can get this thing to hit the wall. See, we just climbed the wall there because the way I launched it, I hit the gas before I popped the clutch, and that car is really sensitive getting it to launch. But you can get some pretty crazy crashes in this game because of the physics allow the car to go out of control and it'll just fly. Some of them just fly off the track and just go flying through the air, and it'll crumple the side of the car if you hug the wall, or if you hug the center line, the cones will crumple your car. All right, so let's get this race done here. Win this round to win the tournament. I think he was talking a little trash there, saying he was taking it to the final round, to the #1 spot. I didn't get a really good tree, but should be enough. Yeah, see there, the NPCs are not really good, but I mean they're in there if you need them to fill the spots. So that is it. I think we win. I can't remember if we win coins and money for those, or if it's just cash. I think it tells you because it does this thing for round 5, is basically counting it downward, and then it tells you your result. And that's going to be our attorney. I'd definitely play this game if some other people would kind of get into it and do, you know, semi-live races. It's, you know, basically sending races to each other. So we'll get our result in about a minute and a half. Hey, what's going on? Is she still there? I saw you playing this game. I saw your name on the leaderboard. and the yellow. So don't pretend like you don't play this game. We could do some races right now on this if you want. I'm gonna have to get something to drink though. Maybe get a little snack, but had some pretty good food today from Mariano's. From the hot bar. Got some hot bar food. Let's go, Oz. What are you sending me a race? I just want a tournament. Let's see, I think if I click this. Yeah, see, it shows the results. He's X'd out. And I think when it's done, I think you click this, then it shows your guy in the middle. As soon as the game processes it, and then it sends you the message. There we go. We got our message. You won the player tournament. Let's see. Yep. See, it shows your big avatar in the middle as the winner. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I did the same thing. I did a couple races before the yellow expired, I think. But there wasn't a heck of a lot of people in there. But if we get this going again, who knows? Maybe some good competition for no limit. Did you watch it? How's the volume in the game? Is the game loud? I was messing around with my mic too. Hopefully I didn't screw up the volumes. Yeah, mine is pretty much still set up the way it was. I haven't messed with it. I was playing on my phone. I think I was playing on my phone last night, maybe, just messing around with it. And I was playing on the PC. You ever use that Android Play thing for PC anymore? Oh, is the volume too low? Should I turn up the volume on the mic? Actually spitting in my chair too, so I know a lot of people point the end of the mic at themselves. I see a lot of streamers do that. I don't know if I should do that. Because I think it's supposed to be like an omnidirectional mic, but it also comes out of the top, I think. What about that? Is that any better? a bit low. I think I turned it down because of the, it was picking up the music. Let's see if it picks up the music. I don't want to be too overpowering. Know what? Yeah, I mean, if people actually came in here, they could tell me how my volume is. I mean, I could talk louder, but this is kind of my normal. What wasn't better? What? How is it right now? Because I have the mic. I have like the end pointing at me. I see a lot of streamers. They have the mic like right close to their mouth, but I don't. It's kind of hard to get it that close without the thing being in your face. Like you're a news reporter or something. Yeah, it's okay now. Yeah, I think I moved it closer and I have the end of it pointing at me. But it has like a screen on it. I guess it's supposed to make your voice clearer. It's got like a noise screen on the mic. All right, so I guess we'll put up the BRB. And we'll switch over. Let's see if this ad shows. Okay, no, it just brings up the regular Android screen. Yeah, I mean, when I get in my new place, I'm thinking I'm probably going to be talking louder. All right. All right, so you want to race or what? There's a couple new tunes that went up on YouTube. I actually tried the one for this car. It didn't work, so I went back to my original, my tune that I made. And then this tune I got is a little bit better, I think, than the tune that I set up. It has a little different first gear. And the suspension is weird on this car because I'll just pull it up. For some reason, the suspension on the car is like works the best like this, with the stiffness all the way up, front and back. I have no idea why. I guess it depends on how you have it set up, but yeah, there's a lot of cars out there that have been probably been buffed since you played. So like like this Integra. This thing was buffed a while ago. Well, it's new, so let's see what else. This truck was buffed. Gremlin was. I think the Gremlin was rebuffed, but we're not really sure. This car was buffed. I don't think I've ever owned this car before. Or I haven't owned one for years. It runs like a mid 5.5, I think. Trying to think if there were any other cars that were buffed. And then the ones that were buffed about a couple of weeks ago, the TRX, C10. They haven't buffed this thing yet, I don't think. Another Pokey Tires car. Yeah, but I mean, you could avoid the Lambo. All you got to do is turn off exotics. But it's not really like all Lambos and Z28s anymore. It's just kind of whoever's out there. I mean, if you're in a Lambo and you race for big money, you're gonna get a Lambo. But if you're in something else racing for 10 or 20K, there's a chance you're gonna get something besides a Z28. Like, I like to take this car out, but I mean in general, there aren't a lot of races in the all out heads up pro tree prepped. But when you put up a race, then there's people there. They don't put up races. So like this car, like I would even race an Integra or something, even though they run 5.4. I would just leave it like this for this car. Oh yeah, that's right. I like the Ville for this car. So there's ways you can get around getting attacked by Lambos, but I think the Lambo was nerfed because it doesn't. I can't really run a 5.3 anymore. I think they may have capped it at 5.4 because I haven't run a 5.3 in a long time. And I haven't seen anyone running them. But even still, if it runs a 540, you're going to beat everything. So, but if you want a Lambo, then all you got to do is uncheck exotics, and you're not going to get a Lambo. And if you uncheck front wheel, you're not going to get an Integra because that's the other category that runs low 5.4s. So it's kind of gradually getting better. But I mean, it's still lobby. I mean, lobby's gonna be lobby. You're much better off doing code races or something. See, first race, I got the boss. I can't even hear his car. Let's see what he was running in the boss. Got a lot of grip shit on that one. I don't think it's the track. I think it's just the way the game's running or something. I have the chat turned off because it's just kind of toxic. Every time you pull up the global chat, there's some kind of crazy conversation. People are just in there saying stupid stuff. But I think people are just kind of tired of like Lambo and Z28. I think they're just kind of tired of the meta cars, and the racing these other cars. See, there's an Integra. There's a Civic. Gil Garcia. Yeah, I mean, there are some people that I talk to here and there. But I don't really like having it on stream because I don't want to pull up. I don't want to pull up stupid people saying stupid stuff. So this, if you want to race this, so technically you can get rid of front wheel drive, and then you pretty much get a good matchup. But you don't really run into constant Z28s and Lambos anymore like it used to be. I mean, you can use them. See, this guy has a new tune that was put up on YouTube for this BMW. Because it was 25 tire size, but it doesn't work for me. Let's see how this I'm gonna pull away from this guy at the 53. He's got the yellow bars, so he's not going to be able to do that well. But that tune doesn't look like it's working for him either. Because that's a nocturnal tune. So that's one of those weird tunes that always spins. Somehow he gets better traction. I don't know if the car broke and that's why he put up a new tune or what. Yeah, see, his RT is not going to work because he's probably getting way too much spin. Because that tune ain't working for him, so. Yeah, this thing this is someone else's tune. I just made one slight change to it. The first gear to get the thing to, but it's one of those multiple bounce weird launches that for some reason that's what you have to do. That tune will probably, you could probably throw that same tune into the MK4. It would work too. But when I made the tune, I think I was running like mid fives. But this tune is a little better, I think. But it was really similar to mine. Almost the same first gear. But my car, the weight was, my car was higher and back, and the weight was a lot further back, and my bars were higher because my car was higher and back. And I had bigger. I had 27s. I don't really care about using YouTube tunes because you usually have to fix them anyway. So this thing, somehow I figured this car out. But I got a tune, but I changed a lot on it to get this car to work. But the thing still spins. It probably still needs a little tweaking. But you can pretty much go out here with any of those cars that have been buffed, and you got a good chance of winning. As long as you uncheck the right boxes. I just don't know how these guys figure out these tunes, because they're kind of crazy. Because I'll do it. I'll do the car, and then I'll go and look at a tune that someone made, and there's just things about it that I wouldn't have that I wouldn't have done. And how you figure out like where each individual gear should be. Yeah, so the problem with this car is an exotic, but like I'll take this car out and I still won't get a Lambo. Plus the other thing is that the Lambo actually changed when they nerfed it. So people, I'm sure a lot of people didn't figure out how to fix it after it was nerfed last time. Because I see Lambos and they're only running high 5.4s or 5.5s. Because if they don't put up a new tune for it, and the people can't figure out how to make the adjustment, I think I got to get something to drink. Because you always got to make you always got to make an adjustment, even if you use a YouTube tune. See, I'm not even getting any races in this. And this comes up as a 35 by 21, so for someone to look at it, they'll think it's an American car. Technically, it runs like an American car, except it's got a weirder launch to it. See, it took a long time, but I actually did get a Lambo. So now I got to turn the volume down. Doesn't mean it's a fast Lambo though. But if I lose, I lose. Who cares? I mean, I'm basically racing against myself. If it's not a even race. See, there you go. He got a horrible tree, but see, he only ran a low 5.5. I didn't get a very good launch on that either. I missed the first gear because it has like 3 bounces to it. That seems to be for some of these newer cars that they buffed, they seem to have like a 3 bounce launch to them. I don't know why. Yeah, if you want to race, just send me a code in the car. See, this is the other car you gotta watch out for, is the Integra. Because that thing will run a mid to low 5.4. I've run a 48 in this car before. But I think that's my PB. See, I was catching him. See, he only ran 56. I don't know why this car isn't working right now. I think I'm missing first gear. Usually I run a low 5.5 in this at least. Yeah, totally missed first gear in that one. You see how erratic see, he ran a 43 that time. Last time he only ran a mid 5.5. So that car, if you don't get first gear right, it doesn't work. But see, I could uncheck that, and then I wouldn't get those. I can get rid of that, and then just hope for no Lambos, pretty much. I keep missing first gear though. Oh, this Cali boy. I think this guy is kind of sketchy, I think. Can't remember. Something about this guy. I can't remember what it was. Let's see if I can get a good launch in this. Yeah, see, I got a 51 in that. It doesn't get a very good 60. He only got a 45 in his Lambo, which is pretty average for a Lambo. But you know, it's 20K. Who cares? I've got 200 million. I can afford it. I got a good pass in my car. Pretty good pass, so I want to see if I can get a 5.4 with this thing. I don't care about racing Integra in that. There's a good chance I'll beat it if I get a 5.4. I think I got to get some to drink. So do you think this mic sounds better like this? Because I have it pointed at me instead of like vertical right now. I don't know what kind of mic you have, but I'm just wondering if this is better. But I'm going to take a BRB real quick. I'll just leave the music on. Okay. We are back. You got headphones or you got earbuds? Yeah, I think when someone's actually talking to me on the chat, I actually talk louder. So, but if no one's there, it's just kind of weird talking to yourself. We could go on Discord, and then we could really talk some shit. Let's see. So what was I gonna do? I know I'm not the loudest. I'm not a loud talker like a lot of these people. A lot of these streamers that are basically yelling at you. But you kind of have to have something to be excited about. You know, if you have a lot of people on the stream, and you got a chat rolling, just seems like the game is just kind of dead, especially at this time. I was going to get on a little earlier, but I ended up getting on at 9 my time. So like this is how I usually have the mic set up. So see if you can tell the difference. So you see these cars too. The Audi wagon. But you don't really see super fast ones like in the 5.4s. I got a good launch that time. Only got a 53 though. I didn't get a good 60. That was kind of a weird race. I don't know if it was because he got a 9 RT or what. It seems like if the other guy does something out of the ordinary, that your car doesn't run right. I don't know. I think maybe like 1 out of 5. I'll get a 5.4 in this. Maybe 1 out of 3. So I got a lot of spin that time. Yeah, see, I cracked into the 5.4, so even though I got a lot of that spin. I think it's a fun car to drive though, because it's hard to hit the shifts. It's not one of them cars that has the hard first shift, but then the rest are pretty easy. You got to be You gotta be quick with all the shifts. But I never see anyone. Well, no, actually, I see some people using it. Pretty much see all the cars here and there, depending on how much you race. Let's take out some of my regulars. Just run through them real quick. I don't remember the last time I used the Z28. Can try the Civic. Let's see, I need 2 more. I haven't messed with this in a while. I wonder if this still works. Take this out just for fun. So you think the mic sounds the same like this as how it did before? Because I'm actually talking to the side of it now. And what about the game volume and the music? Since you're here, you can give me a audio test, because I know a lot of people when they stream you can barely hear the game. Because this game you don't even really need to hear it that much, because there's no talking, there's no story. You just hear the cars race. So it's not like you even really have to hear the cars that much. Then the music, I just have a phone sitting on my desk that the mic picks up a little bit, just for a little extra background noise. Okay, so for this I think it will turn off the front wheel. So all I'm gonna get, the fastest car I would get would be like a Z28, or basically, other than that, I'm gonna get a car that's probably low 5.5s. But you just gotta pick your matchups. But I mean, it would be much better to have a crew and just do code races. Get a crew together. Oz Outlaw Racing. Aussie Down Under Racing. That's a good name. I remember we were trying to come up with names. At this time now it's pretty slow, because it's like 11:30 my time, p.m. If you're around the 8 or 9 or even 10 p.m. Central, you got the Z28. I think I've raced this guy before though. I don't think names really matter. I mean, if it looks cool on your car, that's all that matters. I didn't get good shifts on that. It's funny watching the... See, he only got a 52 in his E28. Really, my car should run that. For some reason, I'm not getting the shifts on these. The shifts are a little different on the all-wheel drives now, I think. I think they're slightly slower than they were since the last update. You got to shift. I think you have to shift stuff earlier. Yeah, see, I missed it that time. Second gear, I was totally off. I think my other Evo is probably better with the 29s. But I mean, if you have like a guy jumping in your races with a Z28, just pull something out like this. I'll pull this car out, and then he's not gonna be jumping in my races anymore. I even raced this versus Integra. I think the sound is slightly low on the game because I had it turned down for the Lambo. If I could get a good hit in this thing, though. That's his red light, right? So I'm going to let off. See if he'll race me again. I think I saw this person in the chat. So I pretty much sandbagged it there. We could probably get into Legends. It's a team, but then you'd have to do team racing. For some reason, my first gear is really slow. I still got a 49. But see, this is Integra. These things can run low 5.4s, but not everyone's going to run that. If you miss first gear, you're not going to run it, pretty much. And it's got the tire poke, so it probably has the tune. Yeah, I got my shifts that time. There we go. See, they got a pretty good pass too, but not good enough. Even though it didn't get a very good tree. It's pretty much as fast as this car will go. Around a 46 flat. Anything better than that, and this is probably like a glitch. And see, this thing only runs 241 top end, but that car still didn't catch me. I guess they were taking a peek at time slip, trying to figure out how my car was that fast. I got my shifts that time, but oh, I got lucky. I got the whole shot on that one. Another 46. So they ran a 45, but you know you can still get them with the tree. So I mean, you still got a race. That car's a beast, though. If that car ever breaks, I'm gonna be upset. So this 3121, that could have been one of these. But see, unless you have it set up like this, unless you figure out the clearances and the weight and stuff like this, the car will run a little slower, like probably 47 PB with a normal size tires. Let's take this bad boy out. We could do 50K in this. Let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't. All you got to do is go in global. You know, like the Ghost guy was trying to get me join teams, but I mean, I really only want to do list and do code races with people. I mean, if you stream, who knows? You might be able to get some people. See, now this guy could have made a big mistake. But it is another Z28, like you said. But if I shift this car, this guy has no shot. I was way early on first gear. I still got him though. Because even if you miss the shift on that, you're still going to get a 5.4. That car is so fast. This is kind of a fun car, but it's one of those. Man, my trees are not that great tonight. But if you want to make money, take out a Lambo. If you can run a mid 5.4 or an Integra, you're pretty much gonna come up ahead all the time. $29.5 by 21. What is that? I'm not going to race someone for 2K though, because they're probably not fast. Yeah, I ended up getting Jimmy John's. I was all excited about that, but then I ended up going to the grocery store and getting some hot food anyway. So I got Jimmy John's set up for tomorrow. And I don't think I have any shit to do tomorrow because I got a lot of shit going on right now that I'm hoping is going to end pretty soon. I got stuff lined up. Yeah, see, it's really hard because if you try to tree, see, I still got a 46, so if I would have shifted that, it would have been a couple notches faster. But you have to, it's hard to tree, to nail the tree and then hesitate. That's like a really hard thing to do, is to nail the tree and then hesitate first gear. That car's a money maker though. I don't really use it that much though, but I got 71 wins. But I'm gonna earn more money with these because I'm always running 50Ks or 100Ks. This car I probably won a lot with. 10 mil, 400 wins. This thing I probably never use. No, I actually have 500 wins on this. That was back in the day. Then I've got about, I think I have about 1,500 wins total on all my Lambos. El Taurus. See, that guy's in a Lambo. I mean, I would race him in this, but it's just, you gotta keep turning the volume up and down. I hate that. Because Lambo and Integra is a good matchup. That's like one of the good even matchups. You shouldn't have started what? You just can't be serious about it. You just got to go out there and, like, you see what I do. I don't care. I'm just looking to get a good pass. This is probably a fast one. Yep. See, it's funny because I actually, it caused me to hesitate on a tree, so I got a bad tree, but then I got a good time. I got a crazy time because it was like kind of a quick, between the launch and first gear. I was able to time it because it's like, let go, press. And a lot of my cars are like let go, press, because I have a lot of cars that have quick first gear instead of like, I think my PB in this is a 41. So that's, I mean, for that car to run 41, I mean, that's like fast Lambo territory. Let's see what the leaderboard is. I think I'm on a slow leaderboard though, because I think I got in a day late. There isn't really anybody, there isn't any of the super fast people on here. So I got my 41 sitting up there. I've only seen 153 on the leaderboard for the last maybe a week or so, at least. You're probably going to be mad now. But if I don't shift this right, you got me. You could probably figure out how to get that car to run 5.4. You got the 25s. Yeah, see that car will do over 250. I think it might even do 255. Pretty much missed all my shifts on that one. It still ran 44. So I owe you 40K. You should be able to turn that car, the top end up on that car though. From what I saw. Like 253 or maybe even 255. That's pretty much how I got mine to run. And then I tried that other tune, but I think I had like 28s on mine. So mine didn't get the good tree, but I had the top end on it. But to get those low 5s, you have to get that like triple bounce. Let's see, do I still have mine? What's a good matchup for your car? Could try this. See, I'm thinking if I could probably throw the same tune on that's on the Datsun on the Mark IV, and I bet you it'll run the same time. A 5-minute tune? Yeah, sometimes I get lucky, especially with the American cars. I'll spend like 5 minutes, and then the thing will run mid 5.5s. But you know, a better tune would probably run low 5.5s. But it's kind of like you know, kind of what you need to do. The thing that I always have trouble figuring out is like, what is it? It's like the bump and the rebound. You know, and then of course you have the cars that have weird, you know, like this, you know, like most of the rear wheel drive is going to be have the high the stiffness in the front and then low stiffness in the back. But these weird cars, they're not like that. They don't work like that. I can race you with my Civic, even though it can run a 5.4. I usually can't run one. It's weird that these cars with these really short tires get up to over 250 when the American cars, you have to pretty much run 35s on them to get them up over 250. Like that one Camaro that they buffed, that one Camaro that not the not the split and not the ZL1 and not the Z28, but the other Camaro. That one I pretty much threw a 5 minute tune on, and I think it was like mid 5.5s with the bounce launch. Let's see, Cheyenne's got her. I'm saying her just because it sounds like it. Oh, because it was a heart on the hood. So, oh, I actually took out the wrong car. I was gonna race her with my Civic because I think she was running 5.5. Oh no, actually, they did figure out how to run 5.4s. Yeah, see, that was a dog should pass in that car. Let's see if my Z28 works. So I'll get rid of import front wheel drive. Do 20K. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to jump in races. No one wants to race me. See, now you may think that I'm screwing you over bringing my Z28, but my Z28 doesn't usually run 5.4s. What is that RT? Holy cow. See, that was weird. We both got bad reaction times on that. That was probably the game. .52. Yeah, see, you're getting a good 60 on that. I think if you turn that thing up, let's see, what's my... Yeah, mine's 253. Shit, I've had this car for a long time. I still have the nitrous little decal I put on the back. Didn't race that much because I think I had 2 or 3 of these back when they were really fast. You always get mad. Yeah, but my Z28 isn't even that fast. I'm lucky if I get a 5.4 with it. I'm going to take out some different cars. I'll race you in this. Oh, I forgot to race this. I want to try this too. Okay, now this should be an even race. because this truck actually has just like a generic launch on it. There's no bounce or anything to it. I can't remember what it runs. Holy cow, that car's fast. I don't know what's going on with those RTs though. It looks like your car is smooth on the other side though. I don't know what mine looks like. Yeah, see? That was 006. You got me my 006. See, so that thing is definitely a good matchup for a lot of stuff. I don't know how consistent that car is though. Because mine was really hard to get first gear right. I missed second on that one. Look at our cars are dead even. Look at, we ran like almost identical times. That's a weird thing about this game, where it seems like it makes your cars run the same times sometimes. I just want to look at the replay. I mean, you can't get closer than that. That was crazy. But we both ran a 55 and almost identical RTs. Let's see if I can get my first gear. Yeah, that's a good time for this truck. No bounce launch. It's kind of like how the old F-150 used to run. Yeah, I bet you could tune that the F-150, that Camaro that no one really uses anymore. I bet you could tune that easy. Like the Gremlin, I think the Gremlin is still, I think that thing will run a low 5.5. This car. And then the C10. You can even get the C10 to run mid 5.5 with no bars. And then you got the Jeep. That thing will run low 5.5s, I think. This thing I got to work on more. The Mark IV. I'll probably put the Datsun tune on it. This car you might have missed too, the big Charger. I think we're going to take the Lambo out. I can't figure out why I can't. Are those bars painted? Yeah, see, this my bars I can't paint for some reason. My roll cage. Yeah, that's why I usually keep cars if I have the space. Because I know I still have extra cars that I know I can get rid of. Like duplicates that have slightly different tunes on them. See if there's any Lambos left out here. Any Lambo lurkers? Yeah, my YouTube is pretty dead tonight. The weird thing is that if you put up 100K races, a lot of times you'll just get random people with slow cars that are just hoping they're going to get that 100K. But it's not like I need the money. I just do it because you pretty much have to run. If you're running a Lambo, you pretty much have to bet 50 or 100K because you're going to beat everything. So It seems like the shifts are slightly different on my Lambos, though. This might be a good one. Nope, 44. I think the shifts are a little earlier than they used to be. The first two shifts. Plus, I think I was doing better on different tracks. I think that Battle Creek might be lagging me. We got the Honda Civic. Did you race any of them? Any of those Honda Civics with the wheelie bars, so the wheels not touching the ground? See if I got my shifts. Almost got my shifts. Close. I don't know anyone either. The only people I really know are already in Legends. There's a team called Legends. That's really the only guys I talk to. Occasionally. But I don't know what are you gonna do with the group on Facebook? You have to have a chat. $42. My trees are just horrible tonight for some reason. See, he's running 247 in his Civic. But his 60 foot is bad. He needs to turn that up. I think if you go on, like if you go in global chat or Facebook somewhere and just say you want to start a list, maybe you can get people that way. Look at this guy's wheels. That didn't connect. I'm gonna try my other Lambo. This guy's probably just got a red light. Damn. I missed that. I missed fourth gear. Yeah, that's what we always say. We get some good people, get in some good people, but no one wants to. People just want to sit on global chat and say they can gap anyone, but like no one wants to. No one wants to get organized to do like a list or something like that. They just want to get on. The kids, they just get on and they say, I can gap anyone, and then they put up a code. I think I might need to try this Lambo. I think my Lambos are slow tonight. Try a different track. Go back to Battle Creek. Ooh, I don't talk to hardly anyone. There's only like a couple of people I talk to. And they're already on teams. The Legends. I talked to a couple of guys that are on Legends. But I kind of joke like, I wanted to join. And they're like, yeah, we could probably get you in, but like I don't want a team race. Because you have to be there at a certain time. And it's like people stall till the last minute. And oh, I remember this guy's name. I'm trying to remember. What the deal was with this guy. If he was fast. Looks like he's lagging a little. See, how the hell did I get a red light? Oh, because he's yellow bar. That's why. Yeah, he doesn't want to. I think this guy's like a red light glitcher or something. I think he gave me a red light or something. That was kind of weird. Then you have people that seem to have unlimited money, and then you have the people that beg for money. People come out and say, anyone need money? Because they probably do something to have unlimited money, and then you have the beggars that come out and say, I need money. So we got to get some recruits. folks. I don't remember racing this name before. See if this Lambo works. Yeah, see, I don't understand. I wasn't even on that tree. And I got a shitty time. It looks like, I don't know. Looks like my game's not running right. My cars are slow and I'm red lighting. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it seems like my game is a little laggy. Yeah, it's definitely. I think after streaming a while, it gets kind of overloaded. It starts to kind of run slow. See, when I like turn the cars, it like lags. It gets stuck sometimes. Let's see if I can hurry up and get my. Too late. Yeah, so I don't know. Someone keeps jumping in that guy's races. I keep trying to race him. I probably need to restart my game. Whoa, look at this car. That's what makes your eyes hurt. It took him a second. I don't know if that's my game or him. We'll see if he gets yellow bars. Could be because of the all the decals. Yeah, something was weird there because I saw smoke, but I never saw his car. Oh, he was lagging big time. He ran a 41, but he got a 1 second tree. See, I knew there was something weird about that guy. Like what? Like what happened there? I hate this thing. You can't pause. Like it took him. His tree was like as long as it took him to spawn in. Like he's still there. He's still there. Now he leaves. Where is he? And he ran 541. Yeah, did you see that race? That was funny. That's like when you're lagging so bad you can't even launch your car right, and then you run like a crazy fast time. I think I'm gonna restart my game. Yeah, I mean the car will run. The car will run 541, but if you're getting a 1 second tree, something ain't right. Yeah, I don't know. Bunch of NT racers. Oh, I see you out there. Oh, there's that guy again. I want to see what he. Oh, someone got him. See, now all of a sudden people are dropping all these races. What is this? Oh, because I don't have the. This is the guy I keep trying to race. See, these guys have so many decals. I wonder if that's what lags it. They have 50 layers of decals. What car are you running? 27 by 10.5. Is that a... Well, I don't know what cars I want to run anymore. I can only do about 2 hours of lobby, and just... I don't know what to do anymore. Oh, you have 27s on your Civic? That's big tires. I screwed up my stage. That guy just left. My trees are horrible. What the heck? Your tires are sticking out. I've pretty much had the same setup on this car. But I change it a little. Oh, you got a 001. Why isn't my car only running 242? I think I need to turn up my miles per hour. Oh, now I red light. That was whacked. I think you're lagging me. I messed up fourth gear. That was a good pass. Actually got a good pass. See, I'm only going 242 with the 24s. But that's how I'm getting that 60. That crazy 60 foot. This car has that like bump, like kind of like a bump spin launch. That like rebound kind of thing. Like it used to have. See, these are nice graphics with the rechargeable. It's got a full charge. You just plug it in. All right. What car are we racing now? I think I might end the stream now, but maybe race for a little while. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't really have anything I could turn off. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4 things on the Wi-Fi right now that I'm not even using. Yeah, there's actually a lot of cars that are competitive with each other. You just have to pick. You just have to uncheck boxes so you don't get something. You know, like if you're in a. But the problem with the Civic is that if you put that out there, it's import front wheel drive, so you're going to have to race Integras. So that's the bad thing about the Civic. Unless you can run, unless you're in the 5.4s. You know, but like this car you can take out against a lot of cars. This car you can take out. Like this thing will run low 5s. This car. This thing now. Z28. This car is decent. This car you can take out. Then you got like the Gremlin. This thing. TRX. I don't know about C10. This thing if you want to make it ugly. Hey, we gonna run, what was that class? Gangster? We running gangster class or what? Let's see what my car runs. I'll show you my gangster. Wait, is this an eighth or a quarter car? I can't remember. Wait, but was this supposed to be a no prep car? This car kind of sounds like a blender. Oh wait, this was an eighth car, right? I forgot. Yeah, I'm probably going to turn off the stream. Maybe I'll see you on the phone. Oh, this is supposed to be no prep. I could probably change that easily, just with first gear. But the thing still spins on prep. Oh yeah, it has to be street tree. I thought they said pro tree. Or was that true street? Yeah, so you didn't tell me this was supposed to be no prep car. But I mean, you can't race the thing anyway. There's no. Who are you going to race? This is like my nephew's car, pretty much. This is exactly what his car looks like. But this is not the same year. Pretty much same wheels. He doesn't have a parachute though. Can't remember. I think he has black. I think he has black racing seats in his. All right.